Hi, sweetie. Hi, my
Hello.
Drea. We're gonna
Oops,
try
sorry.
this. I'm feeling better. I told Debbie I'm feeling better.
Oh,
Um, but I've been going through some stuff, and I think I'm going to revamp my mods. So I definitely will be revamping mods.
okay. I think I left my phone in the kitchen and I need notes off of it. So start talking and I'll be right
Go
back.
get your
Okay?
phone.
All right, hold on.
Okay, Drea, I am getting better. My coughing has subsided a lot. Speaking of which, and there it is. But I have no more fever, no more chills. I actually went out to Costco
Mhm.
Friday after my follow up appointment. And my sister told me I needed to get out, but I wore my mask and everything.
Sorry about
And I
that.
was up most of the day yesterday. Hi, Wendy's front yard. How are you? Hi, sweet potato. So I am feeling almost 90% better than what I was. And now I hear Debbie blowing her nose.
I wasn't blowing my nose.
I'm sorry. So I'm here. Hi, sweet potato. Hi, Wendy's front yard. Hi, Echo Wings. How are you? Um, Hi, my Marty. Marty, I missed you guys too. I really, really did. But I am feeling better. And Marty, are you? Hold on a second. I want to see. Marty, I'm going to take your wrench for a second, but I'm going to give you a managing mod wrench. Just hold on a second. Um, there you go. I know Drea is a managing mod. Um, I'm gonna be revamping my mods. Excuse me. Um, I'm gonna be removing some wrenches and um, yeah, I'm gonna do a total revamp. Um, so my God, so let me tell you, I didn't realize that the Real Housewives of Salt. Like, okay, Madi, I gave you a managing mod wrench, so you're good. Uh Drea, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I am feeling better. I am feeling better. And I told Debbie yesterday, I had went to Walmart and Costco Friday, right? Hi Tracy. And I saw they had mustard greens and collard greens, and they looked so pretty. So I got some Saturday. I was laying in the bed. I said, you know what? Let me get up and move around. So I got in my kitchen. I got my bar stool put in on the other side of the over by the sink and stuff, and I thought I might need to sit down from standing up so long. Nope, I cleaned all of those greens yesterday, and I mean, they were dirty. I had to really, really wash them. And I cooked them yesterday, and I baked a half a chicken today, and I ate. I think I tasted it. I know I was able to smell coffee. What was it, yesterday? I was able to.
Mhm.
No, yeah, yesterday I was able to smell when I made my coffee, not just that the coffee is hot, but I was able to smell it. So, well, I thought, unless it was my imagination, but I think I did smell it. So,
Mm.
I am, um, I am feeling better. I am. So, I'm gonna keep getting up and do. I didn't leave the house today at all because it's been. I told Debbie this morning. It's been raining off and on, so I
I
didn't leave
haven't left either.
I didn't leave my house today because I
Mhm.
didn't want to go out and get wet or anything else. And I have enough gummy bears to last me. Hi, Army Vet. Hi. So, let me. My cat last Saturday ran over my eye when I was asleep. So every weekend I've been fucked up, sick or I'm so sorry,
Oh no.
sick or injured. I'm sorry, Dre.
Lock that cat out of your sleeping chamber. Oh.
I'm sorry, Drea. I really am.
Mm.
So I did that, but let me tell you. So the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City started, right? Debbie, did you know that?
No.
Girl, so I was watching it, and they took
Mhm.
this RV trip, right? Lisa
Mhm.
Barlow didn't go. I'm not gonna push myself. And I forgot she had all these lawsuits. It was like four of them
Lawsuits? Lawsuits for what?
for owing all this money, girl.
Wait, Lisa. Lisa.
Lisa
She's
Barlow,
one of the interchangeables with Meredith, right?
yeah, that
She's the
always,
one that don't eat vegetables and only eat a drink from Taco Bell.
yeah. So that's
Ooh.
her. So what's her name? Oh my God, her name's on the tip of my tongue. Bronwyn. They went
Mm.
camping, so they were talking about it. And I said, I forgot I read something about that before the season ended last year.
Wait.
Well, I went, look,
Bronwyn
all of
is
the
which
lawsuits
one?
have been dismissed except for one. She actually paid, but her business partner, Bart, is suing her. She had borrowed money from William McGarry Trust, his family's trust. Her husband John knew William for so long, for 20 years, and they borrowed money for them for what is it? Vita tequila, whatever it's called. So she tried to get the lawsuit with Bart Carlson dismissed, and the judge says, hell no. He's presented enough evidence. So she owes him $410,000. But she was the one that's so busy talking about Bronwyn's fake. She didn't get the necklace and talking about everybody else's finances. And then we found out that what's the little dinky blonde's name again? Her company went belly up. She had to fire 30 employees, will let them go. But Mary
The
Crosby is there, girl. I'm like, I'm living for Mary. But her son relapsed a couple of months ago. He was arrested. I remember reading that. And, she had put him in and out of rehab facilities and stuff. But he relapsed again and he was arrested. Yeah, with
well,
the
the
recall
reason why
after
he keeps
Walmart.
relapsing is because he's still married to that girl.
Yep, still married to her.
And I
So
was shocked when I saw that.
he had got arrested for, so was it domestic violence against her or the dad? Because he wanted to see his wife or whatever. But yeah, and he's still struggling with drugs.
And what about the girl? Has she gotten over it or is she still in it?
I guess she's still in it, but um, I want to see how this plays out this season because it looks like Katie and Mary are going to have their final breakup, and everybody is calling. Oh, and they brought what's her face back again too, the one that was with Jared Osmond, which they're broken up again, but they're still seeing each other. She's back. What's her name? Brittany. She's so fucking boring. She's back.
Oh, but did you hear Andy say he never want to see Jen Shaw again?
Yes. Oh,
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 that's messy.
yep. And then what's her name? Bronwyn did compare her to Jen Shaw, except for they said that but what my girl did was she act like they were on the RV and it was surrounded by SWAT, and it was like, oh my God, they thought it was another Jen Shaw moment. But she had hired, what's her name? Lisa, not Lisa, the little skinny one, the one that's cousins with the ugly one. Well, she had hired strippers to come. And I'm like, well, how did you know about the strippers if you didn't even know that you were going to go in an RV? Bronwyn is the one who's married to the
Mm.
old man. And we're going to hear about his cheating again this year.
But I don't know the husbands though. I know like one was like she wore a lot of weird things last
That's
season. I think she had
Bronwyn.
short hair.
That's
Okay.
Bronwyn. Bronwyn.
Okay.
That's her.
I don't know the husbands at all because I didn't watch it at all
She's
last
married to the
season.
old man. Yes, that's her.
Whitney is the one that went belly up, got her husband
Yep.
fired, doing the chocolate painting, body painting thing,
Yep.
and
And that's
then
the one that cheated with her husband when he was married, and she stole
right.
him from his wife and kids. Uh-huh.
So I remember she had a face cream company and then Alibaba jewelry.
Yep. It went belly
So
up.
belly, oh my God, you can, oh.
Yep. Yep. But I think this season's gonna be good. I was just, you know how you going and you're starting to catch up on stuff, and I'm like, the Real House of Salt Lake City started already. One episode. Yep.
Mm, mm, mm.
Yep. But Jen Shaw is supposed to be well, it was her birthday not too long ago, but she's supposed to be getting out soon. I'm like, why?
I wanted to come out jobless. I wanted to come out because Karen went straight from the pokey to filming hair and makeup and filming, and
Karen
Jen,
is not on this season.
I bet you anything that they had the
Potomac is in the
GoPros in the
bag.
back of.
Potomac is already filmed. It's in the
They
bag.
can slice in stuff. There's no way that Karen got out of prison and they not film it even as an end piece. I'm telling you.
Hmm.
I'm telling you. They have the pictures of the GoPros in the back of the SUV that she got out of jail in.
Oh my! Well, I know she went straight to the beauty salon,
And they
nails
were
and hair and
filming
everything.
it. They were filming it. Why? We didn't need to see that. They were filming
Well,
her
they
from the time she got out of the gates.
okay. So the premiere is October 8th.
Mm-hmm. There's still
Okay,
time to slice and dice at least the last few episodes, or
okay,
even the
maybe.
very end credit of the last
Yep,
episode showing her coming out of prison.
yep. Yep. You're probably right. You're probably right. I'm so sorry.
Because why else are we starting the season with what's her face writing Dear Karen letters while she's in prison?
Yes.
They smart.
Yes. Hi, Ann. Hi, Ann. Oh my God. Hi, Michelle. You know what? You're right. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
well, because it's like Heather and her paparazzi. Karen came
Mm-hmm.
out that salon, baby, hair bob, nails done, looking fresh. I said,
Mm-hmm.
go ahead, Karen.
Mm-hmm.
Go
But
ahead,
she
Karen.
didn't look too bad coming out of the prison though, or jail, or wherever the hell it was that she was. But she didn't look too bad. Um, I don't know. That should be quite interesting to see what they do. I'm glad Karen is back. I am too. She
Well,
messed this.
so do you think she's going to be back on the show? Well, you know what? If Shannon Bedore can run into somebody's fucking thing, Gina gets a DUI. Uh,
Teresa did years
Teresa,
in prison, and
yep,
they held up a
Luann,
season for
yep,
her.
Luann, yep, they all had DUIs and all this other shit.
Mm-hmm.
She's the
The only
only
one
one of
that's
the
shit out of luck.
housewives that went to prison. Shannon's had two DUIs. Luann's had three.
No. Teresa went to prison too
Oh, but not for
because
a
she went on fraud.
DUI. But
No,
not
she went
for
on fraud
yes.
like that.
Yeah, her wig was on straight, girl. That wig was great. It was great. It was
Well,
great.
she dried out. She dried out, so she could see straight now. Mm.
Oh,
I can't wait to see how they edit it.
yep, I want to see this. But I'm sitting there going, why wouldn't you bring Karen Huger back? I'm just talking about
And
the women that had DUIs.
no, but I hope that they give her a one-on-one with Andy, like how they did Teresa. I'm wondering
They
why they
probably
won't
will.
bring back Jen.
They're not bringing Jen Shaw back.
But I'm wondering why. She has good TV.
No, because she defrauded all of these elderly people.
Okay. And Bravo be defrauding us of really good storylines. Yeah, just just
Well, I
look,
guess if they brought Todd Chrisley and his wife back, well, that's a different
right.
part. Okay.
But again,
I don't think
like
any of these women want to be associated with Jen Shaw.
they wouldn't do anything for a paycheck.
But Mary should, because she's a preacher. Forgive and forget. And
Well, not
Andy doesn't want
forget.
her back. He flat out said it. He doesn't want her back. He don't want
If
to see
it'll get
her ever
him
again.
if it'll get him more money, he's gonna bring her back. He only talking out of one side of his mouth to then turn around and talk out of the next side. I don't
Well,
believe him.
he said, uh, on what was it? Watch What Happens Live. He said
Mm-hmm.
he never wants to see her again.
Yep. Mm.
Hmm.
Oh my God, y'all! I haven't had one of these in such a long time. Not since I worked in Grand Cayman. We had a lot of Indian chefs, so they used to do lassies, which is like yogurt infused with like different flavors. And I used to love a mango one. I saw this at the Whole Foods. It's mango and rose water. It's so good. Oh my God, it's so good. Oh, and my Costco find this week. If anybody's in Costco, go to the back where all the shelf stable beverages are, and there's this box that has an imperial stout, but it's aged in cognac barrels, so it gives you a double kick. I'm having so much fun this weekend.
Yeah, and he said that on Watch What Happens Live. They asked him about her and some other woman, Marcia. What was her name? Uh
And I don't watch that
no,
show.
Monica Garcia. Monica.
Who's
Monica.
Monica?
The one that was having, you remember, that caused all the trouble on Salt Lake City?
Gosh. Oh, with some sort of associate. Jen
Yeah.
went to jail, and there was some sort of association they had. Her and Jen.
No, she was the one that was giving all the info to Adam. Well, she was giving information to all about the tea. The other one, Whitney Rose, was giving information to Adam, and it was a whole big mess that season.
Mm.
Yeah. Oh, I have new lights in my bathroom. I saw when I was coming in Friday, I saw one of the maintenance guys, and I had forgot light bulbs, right? Because I had one that had blown out, and it bothers me when one is out. And I asked him if he had a light bulb. I said for the bathroom because I blew one out and I just can't, and I'm not going back out to the store. He goes, I have the 3D lights. He goes, as a matter of fact, I have four of them. Girl, them 3D lights in the bathroom makes all the difference. You can see all
She was
kinds
a
of shit.
secret blogger. Oh.
Yeah, Monica.
I don't know why I thought that she was in cahoots with Jen or something.
No, no, no,
Mm.
no. That was her assistant. Remember the ones that were rollerblading around in the office? The offices were empty. We were trying to figure out what the hell she does.
The roller skating area, right? Where she
Yeah,
used to
when
roller
she was in the
skate.
office roller
Mm.
skating, like she was so busy and she couldn't attend something, and everybody kept quiet. Same thing that questioned Lisa Barlow because you just started doing this Vitus shit. I don't like Lisa, but I said it from the beginning when they first started. I
Hmm.
remember Monica and I were talking, and John, and I said, I don't like Lisa Barlow, I don't
Mm.
like Jen Shaw, and I don't like Meredith. And I stand by those. And I really don't care for Heather either because since she's lost that weight, she thinks she's all of this. She reminds me of Emily. Emily thinks she's all of that. And if Emily puts on that bodysuit, every time I see her in that bodysuit in that confessional, I want to throw up. Let's get on to this. Oh, Lord. Real Housewives
What?
of
Did Emily really lose all that weight? Because I saw her riding that
no,
stripper and
no. Did you see the fat on the sides and her arms and her shoulders and the
yeah.
camera's arms? They look horrible. And
She
then
looked just like me.
yeah, well, not you. And then Shannon Bador. I don't know what type of bra, what type of Spanx. Girl, you need to put on some real bras because your titties are just, there is no nothing. Let's get on to this. What do we think about the Real Housewives of Orange County?
I think it's quite interesting. Well, no, let me stop lying. I'd be bored as hell watching that show, with the exception of Heather and her fabulous parties. And this is why we can't let Heather go to Beverly Hills, because she the only bitch with money.
Okay, can we just talk about the fucking um lie detector test, please?
I, Emily has let me down
I
so
think it was
horribly
set
on
up,
this show.
set
It
up
was. It
all
was.
the way around.
It was production. Like, the male lie detector proctor. That's what it is. He's a proctor. Um, I've seen him on way too many WeTV shows doing lie detectors. Um, and then there's the woman. She was mean and nasty to Katie for no
Yep,
good goddamn
no
reason.
reason.
And that made me feel like this whole thing was fake and phony. And for her to fail that bad, yes, she was stressing out. Do I think she was trying to stress herself out to skew the results? Yes. um Katie has not done herself any favors, but for the entire cast and crew to be jumping on this bandwagon of let's oust Katie to make Lion, what's she named, Gretchen, a full timer is beyond me.
I'm
Y'all all
sorry.
showed your asses.
I believe Katie, and I don't believe Katie on a lot of stuff. I believed her when she said Slade told her to have Gretchen's back.
Told her
And
husband.
yep, and then when our husband John showed all of those messages between him and Slade, I believe that Gretchen did say that, because even Tamara said that first she said she went to the hospital, then now she's saying she didn't, and she said she was sick enough that she wanted to go. I think this whole fucking season has pissed me off, how they're supposed to be all about empowering each other, but then for 2 episodes, you have singled Katie out. You have not included Katie in anything. Two
Yeah, I think
episodes.
this, I don't know. I don't think Gretchen is that great of a character to bring back on unless she's fighting with Tamara, and that gets old really fast for me. Um, but I mean, they like it. I hate it. It doesn't even matter anymore. I do enjoy
Exactly, Tracy.
anything,
That's what Debbie was saying. This
but
guy has been on so many shows.
yeah, yeah, it's the same dude, and I think he does a great job with his little. He was a lot more professional than the female proctor or whatever it is.
You never liked Gretchen, Ann? Uh, did Shane get her bottom surgery too, or just got her breast?
Who's Shane? Oh, Shane from Shane and Mert.
Yeah, Shane and Merck.
Oh, I watched them. She's going to get the surgery now.
Well, she got her breast yesterday, Drea said. Tracy,
Yeah,
that is my question. Is Katie off the show now? The last 2 episodes, they have not showed Katie at all.
but the question is she on the reunion?
I think that lie detector test was bullshit. And then for Heather, just to happen to have Shanae, whatever her name was, the paparazzi there to say it
Mhm.
was just, it just happened to be a picture that she was taking. Get the fuck out of here. All the people in Beverly Hills, you got one paparazzi that's waiting for you to come across the street.
Yeah.
Although I did like the slumber party, though. I did like the beds.
And that's why we need, and you know that Heather has 2 condos in that building, right?
Yep, she has one for the family, then
And
one
that's
for
her
her and the husband.
entertainment. Yeah, no, well, no, that's the entertainment
She said the
condo.
one downstairs was for the family, well, the other
Yeah.
one, and the other one is for her and the husband because it's not. She said it wasn't that much room. Girl, You live in a fucking penthouse.
Yeah, but if it doesn't have enough bedrooms, she got like 4 kids, isn't it?
Yeah. But
And
yeah,
if
but they're
they're
not all there at the same time.
but
Yes,
when they
Michelle.
are during holidays, they
Yeah,
need something
yeah.
bigger and
Michelle,
kid friendly.
that's where I've seen him at. On the Real
Then
Housewives
they
of
have
Potomac.
the lie detector. But I've seen him on WeTV a lot because they do a lot of lie detectors over there. That's where I remember him from.
Now, have Seeking Sister Wives started again?
Isn't that this week, 22nd? I'm thinking.
Oh, okay. Okay, I've been out of it. But I was just, now, what do you think about Shannon Bedore and Tamra and this? Oh my God. I'm sick of Shannon Bedore. She needs to go.
But in this week's episode, the final day at the winery and stuff like that, and Shannon was sharing she had childhood trauma. And what's her name
Tamra.
then offered up, and your father was a drinker, right? Out of order. Because she told you that in private.
Private. It wasn't
And
even on
if
camera.
she
Yep.
wanted to say that, she would have said that. But her daddy is 96. And he's a different man from when he was back then when she was a kid. So if she wanted to say her dad had alcohol issues, she would have said it. But she said, I had a traumatic childhood. We don't need you adding the cherry on the sundae.
Okay, my
Not your
dad is a
place.
different man than what he was way back when too. My daddy was a
Mm-hmm.
Rolling Stone. He was out partying. He was doing him and his friends. He was doing his little weed, and
Mm-hmm.
my daddy's 80 something. He ain't doing that shit no more either. But okay, that doesn't change the fact that your dad was an alcoholic.
Correct. But that should be something that Shannon discloses and not Tamra. What Shannon tells Tamra off camera should stay off
Off
camera,
camera. I agree with that.
especially if it's about a family, like Shannon's family member.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that.
And he's
But I don't think
96. Like,
Shannon.
come on.
I don't think Tamara did. And honestly, I'm not a big Tamara fan. I don't think she did it maliciously. She was
I
trying.
do, because that's her
You do?
MO. Yes. She
Okay.
goes and she lets these little secrets out, whether they are accurate
Exactly,
or
Michelle.
exaggerated. And then she goes, oh my God, I'm just not trying anymore. I'm the victim. She's not letting me in. Well, that's why she's not letting you in, because you talking her business.
But did you see the way how she was receptive to what Gina had to say? She was worried about her drinking, but she took
Mm-hmm.
offense to when Tamara was saying it.
Because Tamara is not genuine. You saw it. And this is what Gina's concern was. Last year, you had a horrible year. It was
Yep.
surrounding alcohol. And you had to go through a whole year to try and repair that, compensate it, do your time, whatever. You're doing the therapy. And every time Tamara comes around you, it's like, let's get a drink. What kind of friend is Tamara?
And that's exactly what Gina was telling her.
Yes.
And I agree with Gina, especially I said that too when they were in New Orleans. Why would you bring her to all these places, especially when you're at the oyster bar eating oysters? All you want to do is drink and eat oysters. Why would you bring her someplace like that?
Well, first of all, we would have to have a sit down.
It's up to Shannon to control her drinking.
Right.
Too, so,
It is. But if this is why I said it's up to Shannon. Like, I would have to have a conversation with Shannon and say, look, this is the itinerary where we are going. Are you comfortable? We're going to New Orleans, which is like a drink heavy city. Are you okay? Are you at a point in your therapy where you can be around people who are consuming alcohol? Can you control yourself consuming alcohol? We would have to have a little conversation.
Wicked. We're going to discuss Plathville. So Debbie doesn't watch Plathville. Mm-hmm. So if you're ready, we can discuss Plathville. But again, I don't think that's fair to the other group of women that you always have to be, because they didn't do that for Gina. They didn't do it for Gina.
Right. But I don't think Gina has
Gina has taken accountability for her drinking and her driving. Do we see Gina drinking? Do
Well, no,
we?
she gets a driver now. She
Thank
gets
you.
a driver now, and
But
so
she
does
very
Shannon.
seldom drinks, though.
But she does. But each person in their recovery process is different, and Shannon is a bit more
Shannon doesn't think she has a problem,
local,
though.
but that could be the problem in itself. And again, if I was her friend, and I'm not even talking about production because they need to take accountability with this too. But if I was her friend, I would be doing an off camera powwow saying, look, girl, you up for this? I'm not saying,
Yeah,
look, because
that's
I'm
true.
going to be saying to her, look, we are going to be drinking. We are going to a drinking city. Are you going to be okay? Do you need somebody to hold back with you? Like, not try to say have a sponsor with her, but like, do you need somebody who can hold back with you and support you in not drinking at these events? We can take turns as a group, and each event it'll be a different person just holding back with you. I would be concerned about
Okay,
my friend considering what she went through. But then none of these bitches are friends. So why are we having this conversation?
that's true. That's true. So I'm trying to see what else was. Oh, oh, with Gretchen telling
Mhm.
them about Tamara. Who was it? Was it Tommy Sanborn that she screwed? Who was it,
It
Tamara?
was a guy from a boy band.
It wasn't Tommy Sanborn. I was trying to remember who it was
No,
because
I
I can't
saw
remember.
the name. I saw the name. It was when she was when she was separated from Simon.
But she was still sleeping with Eddie when she left. Uh,
Yes.
see, that's what Tamara forgets. She's a hypocrite. You're sitting there talking about somebody else cheating, but your
Mm-hmm.
fucking ass. Hi, Shayna. You cheated on
Yeah.
Simon with Eddie. That's why your daughter didn't want to be around your ass, and she kept asking you to stop talking about her. But she was cheating. Period. Not Jeff. That's him. Jeff Timmons.
Mm.
That's him.
98 degrees, child. And you notice they had to block out the name and,
Yep.
and everything.
Yep.
Because oop, that's a hot button.
So why did we not know that Emily was going to be the one to bring it up with her messy ass? Because she has no. Oh, I can't stand Emily. I can't stand her. Never did like her.
However, Emily and Heather at breakfast, questioning Gretchen was
About her
epic.
finances,
It
yes.
was epic. The two of them together, an attorney and a very smart, quick-witted woman, who has the brain like an attorney, but minus the alcohol, like Emily. They had poor little thing, Gretchen speechless. That's why she kind of threw Tamara under the bus as a diversionary tactic.
No, she did that the night before when they were
Right.
on their way to. And did you see Emily writing that? Oh, you disgusting. I like male strippers. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not at all going to climb up on a mitten. Even when I was in my 30s, I didn't do it. I'm sorry. You're to me, you're just for the streets. You can dance in front of me. I'm going
Where
to throw you some dollars, but honey, no, I'm not getting that close to you. Not at
where
all.
were they? They were at the Abbey, right?
They were at the Abbey.
Those was some. They looked it kind of clean. I don't blame her. Like a little alcohol will wash off any,
Yeah, okay.
remnants.
I no. No, that's why Tamara's daughter, because of Tamara and the shit
Mm-hmm.
she was doing on camera, especially with Eddie, knowing that
Mm-hmm.
that's why her daughter wanted nothing to do with her. And then Emily's daughter, her hair is just gorgeous. But Emily
Mm-hmm.
makes me sick. If you're that concerned about your fucking son and his autism and everything else, why are you going away and staying away all these days from your child?
Well, she's doing it for paycheck.
Ooh, according to Reddit. Yep, she does have a type.
That was a shot. Yes. But did you see her hip movementations?
Yep. So we know Shane ain't giving it to her right. And
Or
Gretchen
she's
made that
taking
comment.
control. or she's taking
Mm.
control and riding it.
You see Emily on top of Shane, girl. Come on.
Yes, because he lazy.
Oh God. Oh God. I just can't. She, to me, her arms, her shoulders, she looks like she's still a fucking linebacker. And you want to talk about everybody else. What do you think about Jen now that she's trying to be friends with Tamara again?
But I like how she called out Tamara. Well, Tamara had already walked away playing victim, but she said, "Gina, I disagree with you," because Gina automatically went to defend Tamara and said, "I don't think she meant any harm by that." And Gina said, "No, this is where I have to disagree with you."
Well, you know what?
That
I didn't think she meant it. I thought she was trying to say it is not just her, because Shannon's not taking accountability for the shit she's done. She
she
drove her
isn't,
husband away,
but mhm.
and she's not looking at what, and I see why they're concerned about her. She's always used
But
to having
wait,
something.
since you bring up her stinking ass ex husband, let's just call a thing a thing. He married her for money.
Of course he did. The
Right, but she
father
might
turned the
not have
business over
realized
to
that.
him.
She might not have realized that. And so him stepping out on her is just like adding fuel to the fire.
Well, shit, she
And
drove him to
probably
do
when
it.
don't say that. Don't say that because if she
I
went
said it when
into
I
that,
first saw the way she was treating him. I said, girl,
but
you're
we
driving
saw
that
we
man
saw
away.
them at the end of their marriage, but at the beginning of their marriage, she could have went into this with rose-colored glasses on, thinking that this man really loved her when all he wanted was love of money to get his
Yeah,
business started.
yeah, yeah.
And that is fraud.
Yeah. And why does she keep moving? Okay, here's my what I don't understand. She's
Mm,
in her new house and she's
mhm.
5 doors down from where she was. Why don't you just buy a house?
No, it's I think she uses these houses for filming and then moves right after filming to find another house. So she can rent, it's tax free, and then people don't figure out where she lives.
Okay. Oh yeah, that
Oh, not
flashback
tax
with
free.
Heather.
Tax
Yeah.
write off. Sorry, not tax free. Tax write off. Mm-mm.
But you remember all that shit she was talking about John and how she didn't owe him that money. He was lying. And come to find out, she was a liar. She owed him that money.
I don't care. He shouldn't have made her owe nothing. That's your woman. She want a facelift. You got the money.
She
Give her the
asked for
facelift.
a loan. Those are her words. A loan. How
I
do
wouldn't
we?
be borrowing money from my man if he digging up in my crutch. No.
Oh, Dorit, I was so mad the other day when I heard Lori talking about all these people that have helped her out and how they always want something from her. Oh, Dorit, if I was feeling better, I would have jumped up there and dragged that bitch. I would have dragged her, completely dragged her. I was just so mad. So mad. So mad. But anyway, and I unboxed my books. Guys, I wish I can come on camera. Dorit sent me these books. And remember, we were talking about Jewish people and and about how they do the young girls and all this stuff. She sent me it's a it's 3 books. It's by Princess Jean Sassoon Princess trilogy. This is about Princess Sultana's daughters and what happened to her. And I'm going to read this and we're going to discuss it. I unboxed it yesterday, Dorit, and I was like, okay, I will start reading probably this week coming up. I'm going to start reading this book. I have to finish my other book first, but thank you. Thank you. Wonder if Shannon has bad credit, which is, I don't know, Wicked. That's interesting.
She might not have well established credit because she was probably living off the husband for many
Yep. And what
years.
happened to her food business? Remember, she was on QVC and people said that shit was so
Hmm.
nasty with no taste.
Well, maybe that's what happened to it.
Hmm.
It didn't look that great on Housewives though.
Nope. So, what else happened on this episode? Anything else?
Um, We need to keep Heather on this show for it to survive, or just like pull the plug and send her over to Beverly
Yeah,
Hills.
I think they need a revamp, and I don't mean bring back a lot of old people either. Um, uh, I'm gonna read it, Dorit. I promise. Let's see. Real Housewives of Miami.
Mm,
Mm.
mm.
The Art Brazil. Not Basil, Brazil. Art, but oh God, these women. I can't stand Larsa Pippen. I can't stand Stephanie. I can't stand Julia. I can't stand Marisol. I can't stand Alexia.
You don't like anybody.
I like Kiki. And when you sent me this shit about they may be fired,
Yeah, I like what? That makes no sense to me. But then the couches for the reunion, the seating chart doesn't make sense to me either.
I haven't
But
seen the
whatever.
seating chart.
They got Alexia and Stephanie as first chair.
What?
Yeah.
Not Marisol?
Marisol is never going to be first chair.
Huh. Okay. Well, anything exciting besides Larsa moving into a house that she's the first time she's owned her own home, which you buying with Scotty's money anyway. Her daughter that's 15 that's living in Los Angeles. Uh, we do know they're living with their daddy, right?
Mm, I don't think she says it, but it would kind of make sense because doesn't he do work over there for like sports casting or
Yep. And
broadcasting?
don't you think it's weird that your daughter would rather be with her father than be with you? Which I
I
don't know.
I don't know. I think I like. Does she actually
What do
live
you
in
mean nothing
Miami?
coming up in chat? I see you, Dorit. Okay, the UK tell-all is on today. Okay. So yeah. What happened? Besides Adriana is a nasty ass drunk. I've never heard Kiki say she was racist. And then for you to ask another black woman, well, this has been my friend longer than you, but how are you calling Julia your best friend when you've known the black woman who's dressed you most of longer, but that's your best friend, Julia, who you just met. And when did Kiki call her racist?
I think who was it who told Adriana that Kiki said that? Was that the two numbnuts? One of the two numbnuts?
Could be because when she called her wretched, uh,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't. And the way she said it, I said, I think Kiki is taking this the wrong way. But the way
Mm-hmm.
she said it, it was like, that Kiki was low class, whatever. How does that equate to being racist?
I think okay. So I had a Brazilian colleague, and we worked at a beachfront hotel. And when she would be on her calls with her clients, she would be she'd talk about the beach, and she goes, "Oh my God, on the beach," and we'd be like, "What? What did Roberta just say?" Instead of saying beach like how
Yep,
we said, she would say it sounded like bitch.
yep.
So
And
again, pronunciation. This woman knows five different languages,
she
and
brags about it. Yep,
she does, but she's also a very educated person, and she
yep.
uses words that we don't typically use in everyday language. Do I think she called her ratchet? No,
No.
no.
I didn't either. And then when she explained to her that's not what she said, it was a
Mhm.
miscommunication. Why then didn't you say then that you had that someone said that she was racist? That never came up. Why didn't she tell her then when she was explaining to her
I
that
don't
that's not what she meant?
remember. I don't remember anyone saying racist until like Art Basel.
That's when I
Um,
heard it. And then
right.
everybody's standing there saying Kiki never called her racist, except for the two numbskulls.
But Kiki has been trying very hard to get a mojito this season with all of her antics. Um, do I think she deserves it? No.
Nope.
Because after explaining what happened with her family, I don't really think she has nothing left to give unless we're
Nope.
going to talk about baby daddies.
I don't care. I just want her daddy. Her daddy fine.
No.
Not in the face, but that body, he fine. I'm sorry.
Yes, but no.
No, I don't want her daddy. He
No.
fine. And he's from the
No.
islands.
That's okay. No. You know
No,
how many kids he got? Come on now.
I didn't say I want him forever. Shit.
Mm-mm.
Debbie, I gotta do
No.
something before I get married. I mean,
What?
wait, wait.
What? What did we say just now? Dun, 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 dun.
I'm just saying. Whoo, let me pull
Anybody
that
in the
back.
chat know about this wedding? Come on now.
Ooh, let me just pull that back. Let me just pull that back.
No,
I
it's
mean,
out there now.
just in case I get married. Okay.
Nope.
Yeah,
Nope.
that's what I meant.
We all heard it right
Um,
the first time.
yeah, so moms do, but I think it's strange, except for the oldest son who comes back and forth. The other two are always with Scotty. Why do you need that big ass house? And what is wrong with Lisa wanting to jump into another marriage with Jody?
Um, well, I would say get out of the first one, but she's officially
She's already
divorced
divorced. She
now.
just got divorced.
Right, and don't you think it's a little bit quick? Come on now. She wants to
Yeah, but
keep up with the Joneses. She wants to
yep.
be she wants to have a ring on her finger. And I think after this season, Jody is like recalculating. This show might not be that great for his business.
Nope.
Um
And he
I
told her
don't know
what
what the
he
business is
needed from her because he's always being pulled into shit.
though. Mhm. Mhm.
Yep. And you know, it's just chaos. And he was right. And she told me she's gonna try. And then she said, "What? I love you," like twice, and he never said it back.
Mhm. Or maybe he's just playing it smart and not wanting anything on camera.
I don't know, but you just jumped out, and she says, "I'm not planning on being with somebody 3 years and not have at least the ring." Girl, that man has been
Mhm.
with you through all this shit you just went through, and now you trying to
Mhm.
pressure him to give you a ring.
Yeah, I think that's her putting the pressure on herself because she was married for a very, very long time, and she is a needy person. Um, do I think he's the right? Well, I don't know Jody that well.
But what about the house her husband is building for her and the kids as part of that divorce settlement?
That's gonna take a while.
Okay.
I think the husband did everything that he could to inconvenience her, and Jody's there paying the bills, so why
That's what
should
I'm thinking.
he?
But doesn't Lisa have her own business?
She was in charge of the spa for his he does the face things. What do you call it? Plastic surgery. She developed the spa for his plastic surgery business. Um, I don't know if she still does that, quite honestly.
Well, she said that that she's got business calls and stuff.
That's probably from influencing or some shit like that.
Okay, let me ask you: do you think Kiki put those numbers on that cake on purpose to embarrass Adriana?
I think I think she did because I don't think Kiki realizes how sensitive Adriana is about her age and the
He
aging
looks good for
process.
59. Yep.
Yeah, she really does. All the plastic surgery that she's done, money well spent because
She's had
she
a lot of
looks
plastic
natural.
surgery.
Yeah. Two
I wouldn't
seasons
have even
ago,
known.
she had the butt thing, the BBL. She got her tits done, but not by Len. Did she do it by Lenny? I think Lenny did her tits, and she's got some face work done, but it's not like
Now
the stuff
Lenny is
that.
Lisa's ex, right?
Right,
Okay.
right. I think he did do her breasts, but she went to somebody else for the ass, and then her face she went to somebody else for. And if you'll notice, there's a marked difference. Whoever she's gone to, awesome, because
Yeah,
everything
she
looks
looks
really
great.
natural. And then you put Alexia and Marisol next to her, and you're like, what the fuck happened with them? And
Yep,
she is older than them.
she is. And but when she talks about Marisol's knees, I just have to, girl, I be cracking up. But Lisa whispered to Larsa that Kiki did it, and Larsa is like, Kiki did it. What? Why did you have to? And Lisa was right. Why did you have to say it out loud?
Mm. Wicked Wisdom. The Miami is a good show. It is by far it's better
Hold on, let
shot.
me drop the link. Hold
Um,
on.
it,
Hold
it
on,
it's a
Wicked. I'm gonna
really
drop the
good
link for
show.
you.
This season, though, it had overtones that were not entertaining. But this show, it's a good mesh of women for the most part. Um, but there's two in my mind that we could do without. And I
That's
can
right.
see why.
Scotty Pippen Jr. is in the NBA. I forgot about
Mhm.
that. He
But
is.
Lars is one of the two that I don't particularly like. But
Oh,
when
her
she
face is
said
horrible. She's had too much work done. Jesus
she
Christ.
has, because she was a much better looking woman back in the day,
Yes, she
season one
was.
of this show. I don't know who the sea snail is that shows up on our screens every week
Yeah,
is,
yeah,
but
she looks horrible to me. Her
she
face is all puffy and she just looks out of her eyes are slant. I was like, is she using the same doctor as
no, she's getting too many
Casey?
fillers. She's getting too many fillers, and that's why she looks like a Macy's Day balloon,
Yeah.
Thanksgiving Day balloon. But getting back to her though, I don't particularly like her. However, her when she said this is the first house that she's ever bought on her own, I was like, you go, girl. You had to be in your 50s to buy your first house because you've been living off a dick for the
Yep.
past 3 decades.
Yep. And I don't even know why she needs that big ass house. And that's it. And but Stephanie, oh, she is so underhanded and sneaky. I can't stand
Mm-hmm.
that woman.
Why? What she do?
She was like, oh, she walks in and she's like, now the woman had said she was moving in and she was still
Mm-hmm.
under construction. Why you gotta
Mm-hmm.
come in and make a big deal? I like the way Alexa came in and she was like, "You still under construction?" She was like, "You go." But Stephanie is just, and Marisol was right. She talks about money all the time.
Yes, she does. But I also want to give her a little grace because it could be how they edit her as well.
You always trying to give somebody grace.
It's
Okay.
her first season. It's her first season.
I
She
was
hasn't
hoping it's her
established
last
a
season.
track. No, I want her to come back next season because her husband. I think the empire is crumbling. I wouldn't be surprised if
It
that
has
Coral
crumbled.
Gables house, um, is like the next Versailles, up in Orlando. So yeah, I would love to see her
Unfinished.
come
Look,
back.
unfinished.
Mm-mm-mm. But the reason why Larsa has gotten such a big house is because she's trying to keep up with the Joneses.
Mm.
That's all that
You
is.
still spending Scotty money. I don't care how you put it. It's still Scotty
Well,
money.
she won it fair and square, so as soon as it hit her bank account, it was her money.
Okay. All right. Whoo. What? Oh, Debbie, did
Hmm?
you see? Can you send a link to my? What link? What link, Dorit? What is she talking about?
Hmm.
They have switched to vitamin. What link? Who's she talking to? I think she's talking to Wicked. I don't know. I don't know. What do we think about let me see what else happened. Those stairs. First of all, I'm not climbing up all them goddamn stairs to go to no Art Basel, okay, Art Basel, and
But
then you
that's
gotta
only
walk
one.
down all them fucking stairs when you're drunk as shit.
Right, but that's only like Art Basel is like at several different locations with different artists being shown, different shows, all of that. So that's where not Larsa, Adriana was showcasing her artists that she's sponsoring.
Yeah, but she said she had 3,500, well, over 3,000 RSVPs, right? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see 3,000 people there.
No,
Uh,
but you get a list and like you invite everybody. And if they show, they show. If they don't, they don't. She got a good turnout. For the
okay.
space that she was in, she got a good turnout.
Okay,
And
but
if
what
and I
about
would love
the
to
art?
see how many of the paintings were sold.
But what about the art?
I thought it was nice. I thought it was better than Martina's art a few years ago because she sponsored Martina at a show at a showing a few years ago.
She did?
Yeah, and Martina like had paintings with clay from the first court that she played on from Czechoslovakia with like you could see the imprint of the ball where it bounced and stuff like that. Like that was dog water to me. I much prefer, but then again, art is, subject to the person who is looking at it. Martina's was not my cup of tea. This art looked like art, so I could dig it a little bit more.
Okay. Okay. All right. But I thought Adriana was supposed to perform. Or is that at the Christmas thing?
I think it might be at the Christmas thing, which again, I was so shocked that they said they were getting rid of Adriana because Adriana is so ingrained in the Miami franchise because they license her music for this show.
What about Martina and Julia and the girls? Girl, Martina is heartless.
I'm not like this. I think it started last season. We were seeing bits of it, but I was giving her grace because she was like with the cancer thing. But this season, I guess they are not like I'm thinking production truly hates Martina and Julia because they're not coming across well at all. They are getting the villain edit.
Yeah.
They are picking up what has fallen on the editor's floor and putting it back into the show. Yeah, not so good. You should have stayed on Team Adriana and Gertie because they carried you on their backs. And Nicole, Dr. Nicole, carried Julia on their backs for all of the seasons that she's been on. And she's bit the hand that fed her, quite honestly, in the hopes of becoming like an it
Permanent,
girl.
but by getting in good with
Mm-hmm.
Marisol and Alexia. What do you think about now? Now we all heard what Alexia's ex-husband said.
Alexia's, oh, which ex-husband?
Um, the one Todd.
Todd.
Remember
Oh, you
explain what
mean,
he said?
oh, where he had that video.
Yep.
Is she still living out on what is it, Singer Island, where
I
he was
think.
paying her rent? Did they ever get divorced?
Yeah, they got divorced, and he's not. And he said, remember, he said he even bought that house that her other son lives in.
No, I thought Peter moved in with her on Singer Island.
Peter, he said he made sure Peter had a place to stay. Oh, we got to find that again and play it. He said that he provided a roof for Alexia and for the other one. And he
Right.
even made sure that he got Peter his own place.
But was that when Todd was living with them and Todd got Peter his separate apartment because Peter moved in once they separated. Peter moved in with Alexia and was the the youngest boy name? I can't remember. But that, remember he said in his social media thing, he's like, I paid for Frankie and Alexia, and now I'm hearing that Peter's in there too. So I feel he cut off Peter, and Peter then moved in with mom.
But remember, even on the show, Alexia said that Peter had moved close to them. She didn't say that Peter was living there.
But she was trying to cover her ass, and he outed her on that.
Ah, got it. Got it. Got it. Okay. All right, Marty. Got it. Got it. Got it. I see what you're saying. But and but she's gonna take what Stephanie says, but when
Mm-hmm.
Marisol says it, she gets upset. Why?
I think she has a different relationship with Marisol. Marisol is more like her lackey and her
Well,
go
she says
through
she's the
girl.
mouthpiece for Marisol. That's the way Stephanie was telling it to Marisol.
Of course, but she was also throwing Marisol under the bus because Alexia is out for Alexia and Alexia alone. And she has realized that Stephanie has some sort of new girl sway and she want to get in with that. So her strategy was fight at the beginning, make a resolution, and be besties by the end.
Okay, I got it. Anything else good happen?
Mm, let me see. Um, the end scene where Adriana and Kiki go at it. I'm very surprised with Kiki because what she said with the water being thrown in Gertie's face earlier in the season, where she was like, "I'd rather leave the situation," was highlighted in this because instead of discussing it,
Yep, she walked out
she
and got
turned
her
around
off.
and walked out, and like it gave the impression that she was trying to get in an Amazon van to get away. And we all know that Uncle
That was
Jeff don't
production.
want no civilians up in an Amazon van,
Yep, that
period.
was production.
So it was quite interesting, but it was weird because when they were in Seville at the dinner table, when they was arguing about Wretched and Ratchet, she had a lot of mouth from down the table. But then when it's one on one, she hikes up her dress and runs. I want to understand that rationale. I want to understand that. Not making sense to me. Um, Adriana again takes things a little bit too far. I did not like her saying, "I have a black friend right here."
Oh yes,
Explain this
girl.
to
I was like,
you.
wait the fuck a minute. And she's known me longer, but you're calling Juliana your best friend. What?
um, no, I want to see the full breakdown of that relationship. I don't care about your black friend stylist, giving her 2 cents. I thought that was inappropriate. I
That woman looked very
Of
uncomfortable.
course.
Did you see how she looked?
Yeah, she was like, "Girl, you not saying this now." Even Gertie was saying, Adriana, just like, "What? Shh, don't say that."
Don't say, yep.
Yeah, but again, I feel Adriana this season has been very depressed. I think with her the empty nest syndrome that she's going through with her son, starting his own life. It's always been her and her son all of these years, and now she's by herself. She can't find a consistent man that she can purchase to be on her arm. Um, I would love it if Frederick comes back. Oh my god, that'd be awesome. But that was a fake relationship anyway, started under Leah. But I would like her to find true happiness because when Adriana is happy, like she's a different person. I think she has been depressed and miserable this season. And then
She's drinking a whole
but
lot.
they've been pushing her out. The whole first half of the season we never saw Adriana. So when she came back, she was pissed. And that's why she's talking about Marisol knees.
Okay. Okay.
You know?
Anything else?
I think that's about it.
Okay. Where is Wicked? Are you still here? I dropped the link for you. Let me drop it again. But girl, what do you think about this whole thing with Lauren and Elizabeth? Did you see their face off?
Yeah. I don't think Elizabeth thought Lauren was going to come with her thinking cap on. I think production set it up. Um, like, do I care about them making each other roadkill? No. But I do appreciate Lauren specifying private conversations between me and you should stay private.
To be private. But here's my thing. When she said that nobody keeps text messages, I said, you a goddamn lie. I have text messages in my phone since 2020.
Well,
What the
when
fuck
she
you
said
talking
that, I
about?
was like, why are you deleting messages if
You
they're
deleting messages.
incriminating?
Thank you. Why are you deleting them? No. Wicked.
Hey, friend,
Welcome.
how are you?
I'm fine. How are you
Good. I
doing?
have tried to
Debbie, this
stalk
is
your
Wicked.
channel to
Wicked.
get to Plathville. I've missed it every time.
Aww.
Debbie, this is Wicked Wisdom.
Hello.
And she is a Plathville
Yeah.
fanatic. Tracy, if you want to come up, you can come up as well. But oh, Yara got her nose done again. Damn. Wicked. I'm gonna let you girl,
Hooey.
and Debbie, I need to hear this. Wicked. These last
Oh
two
my gosh.
episodes. What do you think? Go for it, girl.
Okay. I almost feel like the Plaths got together and said, okay, let's pregame because we need to get more seasons. And they're like,
Okay.
okay, is anyone shocked that Micah stepped out on Veronica? No. Okay, so
No.
that's not a great story. Um, Olivia's gone, so we'll, Ethan can have his goofy little girlfriend. Isaac,
They broke up. It's official. They broke
oh,
up again. It's
okay,
official.
cool stuff. So Isaac, he just wants to be on the farm with his girlfriend.
Hmm.
And so they're like, we can't throw the little girls in there because of filming. So Veronica is going to be our jump the shark, and she's just going to come across as an angry pick me um,
Oh my.
villain.
Up and up until these last two episodes, I was actually on her side. Okay. After hearing the back scene, the behind the scenes shit that was going on. But these last two episodes, she's come across as very insecure, very mean girlish. You ran with a rumor about Tegan, and then you're calling this woman a slut with no proof, and you're showing your ass at your boyfriend's sister's rehearsal and
Right.
wedding. What is wrong with this woman?
Yeah, she just was. In the last couple of episodes, it's like she's become unhinged. And even when she was
Yes,
sitting with the therapist, I was so hoping the therapist would just like check her, but she didn't.
she did.
Not the way I wanted her to. But it was like, it's like, okay, you're slinging mud. And it's like she has this eye for an eye, but with a lot of vengeance in her heart.
And she said it to Mariah. She says she's been on this get even. But the thing is, and Micah is so right. Every week is someone new she has a
Yes.
problem with. And remember, I said she only met Tegan once. She met this woman once and tried to talk shit about the family. She's met Micah's, and it's weird. Micah's girlfriend, Kaylin, and Tegan both have the same impressions of Veronica. Even Amber, who's 15 years old.
That girl is wise beyond her years.
I was on her side and then I hear Olivia says that she's got mental issues.
That one surprised. I was
How
on.
you tell your boyfriend that if his other brother's girlfriend is going, you're not going to the wedding? And then you're going to sit there and say, I'm not sitting with them. Girl, you got problems.
Yeah, I was on her side until they were at the rehearsal dinner. And Kim's like, "Oh, Ethan, don't burn the place down. They're still going to get engaged."
Yep.
Um, it just surprised me when, she's encouraging Ethan and Micah to, yeah, let's break this up. Let's do that. And I think that Veronica is pissed that Lydia got engaged and is getting married
Yep.
because she knows Micah ain't going to do it.
Well, why buy a house with him then?
I thought the house was in her name. I could be wrong.
It is. It is. The house is in her name.
Well, then he's a roommate.
She's Yep, she said the house was in her name. But did you hear? Oh, Debbie, did you hear too that Barry's best friend, who was his best man at his wedding, went to jail for 30 years for SAing of a child?
Zach's
What?
best friend?
Barry.
Oh,
He was the best man at the
that doesn't
wedding.
surprise me. He's awful creepy.
And you remember we were talking about how
Yes.
creepy Barry was and the stuff he was saying?
Yes.
Are they all part of the same church?
I don't know, but his best friend went to jail
Gross.
for SA for 30 years.
Gross. Ugh.
And Kim had left, wait a minute, Kim had left Barry before when all of this stuff was going on, and Hosanna and Lydia, not Mariah, Lydia, were taking care of the younger kids.
Mm.
She said Barry could have lost his job. So it's something that we're finding out now that's going on. Barry is a perv. I'm telling
Yeah.
y'all he is.
And the way that, like, Ethan, I swear he drives me crazy. Like, he said a couple things. It's like, okay, yes, we know that you traveled across the country on your motorcycle and you learned all these new great words that you're using incorrectly. But it's like, we all have that family member. Like, if you're dating someone and you meet them to the family, you all have those brother, sisters, cousin be like, "Hey, yo, watching you mess with my cousin, you dealing with us." But the way he came across it was so possessive. And it's just like, I thought it was incredibly inappropriate of, and even Barry, like, aren't y'all excited about all these firsts that are coming up? And it's like, what? No.
Mm-mm.
Wendy, that man actually was his best. He was in the wedding. The one that Veronica is talking about. He was in the wedding. He was Barry's friend. He was in their wedding. And the God, they look at it, they're going at Micah. Barry is a creep. When it saw found an offender and ran with that story because she knows how bad she looks. So making it all up kind of crazy rumors. I'm gonna go look at it, but if you look on Reddit, look on Reddit. Look, Drea's favorite thing. They looked it up, and he was in Barry's wedding.
Wow.
And Kim did leave him at that point. But I'm going to look. So allegedly, that's what happened. Allegedly. So I don't know. Wicked, do you think forgot what's his name again? Zach is gay?
No, and I'll tell you why. I find that when you have a young man, and this might be a stereotype, so if it is, I apologize. But there's another guy that I follow on Instagram, and he is like uber religious, and he's kind of young, and he's kind of got that same goofy thing that Zach has. And I don't know what you would call the thing is, but it's just kind of like this almost innocent, gullible type, gosh, and nothing wrong with having a relationship with God, but it's just like, I don't know. It's just odd. And I think I mentioned this when I came up here, like a month ago with you. I think when you're marrying,
Uh-huh.
when you're dating to marry and you're dating to date are two different things. Because when you're dating to marry, you're like, okay, check, 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 check. He's good. Let's go. Where other people are like, okay, that might be a red flag, but we're going to come, we'll give him some time.
And why would they want to talk to Lydia the night
I
before her
thought that was
wedding?
so rude. Like Kim and Barry should have been like, no, we are not talking to Lydia the night before her wedding. She has obviously
But
made
it
her
was
mind
Kim's
up.
idea too. Yeah, but it was Kim's
But
idea
what
as
were they
well.
talking to her about? Sorry.
Oh, but the red flags, okay, I'm going to give it to Isaac. And he made this
Mhm.
observation, and I did too, because I think we discussed it. Whenever you ask Lydia something, Zach always answers. The way Zach tries to shut her down or he looks at her when she's talking, he's controlling. And then Isaac says that the whole time he was there, he never picked up after himself, never helped clean up. But then Lydia says that Zach came over that morning and cooked breakfast for her. I thought you're not supposed to see the bride before she walks down the aisle.
Well, they actually did like they like
They did
totally broke that rule.
Looks,
Did they do like a first look?
yes, they did.
He could have cooked breakfast for her downstairs and she still be upstairs. And then he left, went and got ready, and she came down.
Nope, she said he cooked breakfast, they ate breakfast and
So
prayed
that tells me
together.
they've been fucking all along.
Ooh, shit.
And okay, they decided the night before to talk to her about red flags. That was production driven,
Okay.
because they wouldn't have paid for a wedding. I'm not saying 100% they paid for, but part of it they would have had to cough up some money, um, and do it, if they didn't give him the green light. I think all of this is production driven. I agree with whoever said, I think they had a powwow before the season started
That was
filming.
me.
Yes, to
That was
say,
me.
look, we got to bring it. But they're so inept and stupid and lack understanding of social cues. And in the case of Ethan, he thinks he know
Ooh,
everything. And he's a bully.
Yes.
Ethan is a bully, and I think, the one that flies the plane, Isaac, I think he's a bully
Isaac.
too. I don't think these kids know how to interact with. And notice I said kids.
They're still kids, yes.
These kids
Because that's
don't know
where they
how to
at.
play in the sandbox with everybody, and they are threatened by someone who is smarter than them, Zach. And I
Yes.
feel that the young girl who is marrying Zach has begged
Lydia.
him to get her out of this insane asylum.
Well, I mean, Kim made a point of saying, like Lydia has always wanted to be married. And if you're
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
saying that Lydia was helping Hosanna take care of the children when they were younger, that kind of explains, like, okay, she, had this motherly role. She's ready for it. She wants a marriage. She wants a relationship. And she probably does want to get out of the house.
Mhm.
But I also was thinking about this the other day where wasn't Lydia living with Barry?
Uh-huh.
Yep, when Kim left the
Okay,
second time.
so I
She
think,
she was taking care of the younger kids. Yep, with Barry
and
at
I
the house.
think that Barry has had more time with Zach because they were courting whatever in that short period of time where they were off camera. And so Barry got to know him, and like, okay, I'm good with him. He seems like a good, decent human being. You got my blessing. Where the rest of the family, Ethan's riding cross country on his motorcycle. Kim's doing whatever Kim does.
Mhm.
and the rest of the family scattered. So the only one who had true interaction with Zach prior to this filming was Barry and, of course, Lydia.
Yeah. But what did you think about Ken being at the wedding? He looks like an old boozed up he looks like he's an alcoholic. Did you look at his face, how bloated it is?
Who's?
Ken, he was at the
Oh, I
wedding.
didn't see Ken. Damn.
He's sitting next to him.
Oh,
When
that's odd.
when Michael walked her down and she sat down, Ken was sitting right next to her.
I'll have to go back and look at that because I didn't notice him.
He looks bloated. Let me see, can I find the
Kim
picture of
begged
him?
him to escort her to the wedding because she didn't want to be there alone.
Probably. That one.
No, but they've been together. People have been saying that that there's been pictures on IG with him and Kim and the girls.
Well,
So
I
they
thought
still
broke up.
together? Yeah, I thought they did.
Yep. Well, she said they were friends, but not with benefits. But there he was at the wedding.
They're getting some in.
Yeah.
Let me see.
No one else.
And then for Veronica to say that if Tegan and them would have gotten in the family photos, she would have punched them out because they're not
Well,
family.
honey, you're not either.
Veronica, what is wrong with you?
I just think Veronica is trying, like the first couple of seasons she was on, you really didn't see her. I mean, hell, they were what, halfway through her season before she even appeared on camera?
Well, no, it was last season is when we first saw her. Remember, she was just showing the back of her head. She didn't want to be on camera, and supposedly Micah talked her
Right.
into it.
And so now this season, she's coming guns a-blazing, pick me, pick me.
Yes.
I think she's just trying too hard to get, maybe she got a taste of the limelight and she wants more screen time. She just is trying to hog the screen, if you ask me.
I kind of agree with that. Like, it feels like she's trying to make up for lost time, and she seems very angry at the person that I assume is her boyfriend, Micah.
Yes.
Because you cannot love somebody that in the, what was it, the second or third episode, she said, "Are we going to talk about you cheating on me?"
Yes.
That relationship was over when she said that. And then,
yep, it was over, and she's been using that against him.
Right,
ever
and then
since.
he actually sat down there and admitted to cheating on her, and I'm like, in what universe does this make sense? Why are y'all together?
But then you also have to look at the fact that, you know, they're in counseling. She agreed to forgive him. She agreed to move forward.
she
Well, if you're not
hasn't.
going to forgive him,
She hasn't.
then you need to move on.
Yeah. So, like, none of that made sense to me because I was like, girl, you angry. Like, why are you with him?
Yeah, she's
Yes.
not. She's
Full
using
vengeance.
the fact that she and Mariah had a fallout. Then she's saying that Barry said she's a liar. Barry said he never said that. Okay. So then she's moving on to Ethan, and then she saw some headline that said that Tegan had an OnlyFans. No proof at all. Here, I found the picture. No proof at all. But she ran with it. And Micah's right. Anything to show his family in a bad light.
It feels to me like she don't like none of these people.
Right.
None of
Why
them.
are
So
you
why is
there?
she there?
Yes. Because the pay can't be that great.
Oh, wow.
Nope.
He does like that.
So there he is right there. There's Ken.
Yeah. He's put on some
Now
weight.
that's a touch-up. That's a touch-up because he looks horrible. That's Ken at the wedding.
Wow.
And she has just exploded. Yeah. She's gotten so big.
Yeah, because if you look at the one and then there's a picture that you were just like the one where that one and the other one, you can tell a big difference, especially in the one where they're dancing or whatever.
Yep, he looks like he has just look how small she's gained so much weight. And but when you see him on camera, his whole face is just bloated. He looks like a full-blown alcoholic.
Yeah, I'll have to look at that again because I did watch it twice. Because the first time I was at work, so I
Yep.
was
He's sitting right
paying
next to
attention
her.
to it, and then I watched it again.
Yep, but he's sitting right next to her. And that's
Yeah.
Kim and Barry. She was so now that gown that Lydia had on, that's not one of the gowns she tried on.
No, I think she was doing the dress shopping for the camera, and then because she really didn't even confirm that she bought a dress. It's like, okay, like what's the big deal if you did buy a wedding dress? And obviously, they're not going to show the one that you bought.
Yep. But every dress she tried on was just gorgeous
Yeah.
on her. Her body is just
Wait.
oh my god. But
Okay,
yeah,
wait a minute. I
I
thought
was,
she was trying on strapless dresses.
she tried
Yeah,
on every dress and they would put sleeves on it for her and stuff. She tried on so many dresses and she looked
very.
gorgeous in every dress.
Zach
Did
picked this
she?
dress for her.
Yeah, she really picked a dress that suited her body type, her frame.
Hmm.
It was
Uh-uh.
beautiful.
But wait a minute. And what did we think about Ethan? First of all, you had rental tables and he's throwing these plastic tables. Think that shit can crack. What if he is so immature and then he's out there as they're doing rehearsals doing push-ups?
That made me laugh. I'm like, what is he doing? Like, first you're trying to set fire to the engagement setting, and now you're doing
Yeah,
push-ups. Why?
but I'm just like,
Eat, eat.
all these people out there, what the fuck? And then you take off in that car with all these people around. You could have hit some.
Right.
I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with this
But
What about when
piece
he's
of
driving
China?
Lydia in? I mean, he looks like he's hauling ass,
Yep, and he's talking, but I'm taking you home. I was
like
like, oh,
doing
don't
donuts. It's
but
like,
don't y'all think that Ethan really thinks that people watch the show just for him?
yeah,
yep, yep.
Mm.
But let me tell you, when this was said right here, when Micah said, Veronica told him that if Mariah was murdered, she wouldn't care. Right then and there, Veronica's ass would be gone.
yeah. I mean, when
And then,
like, she made such a
yeah,
big deal about the OnlyFans, and and she's telling the
and it's not even
therapist,
true.
like, he was trying to find naked pictures of his brother's girlfriend. It's like, well,
That's
boo,
not what
then
he was
don't tell him
doing.
she has an OnlyFans. He's like
Yep,
legitimately
that
concerned
he's
and
trying to
trying
find.
to look out for his
Yep,
brother.
because Ethan said he asked them, "Let me know what you
Right.
find." She wouldn't even tell him where she saw this bullshit at, because she knew she was
Right.
lying.
And then
I think she's jealous
oh,
because Tegan looks like a girl.
true.
Kaylin looks like a girl. She's 6 foot and she's goofy and she's out. You're at the rehearsal and you're at the wedding feeding fucking animals. Girl, what is wrong with you? Like these animals haven't
Well, I
eaten.
know it's like no one forced you to come to the wedding.
Nobody. Nobody. Because she said she
Right.
wasn't going. Then the last minute, she's
Like,
going.
stay at home. If you're going to be so uncomfortable and so miserable and cause such a scene, stay home. And of course, none of Lydia is too kind hearted to go, Veronica, you can just stay home tomorrow. Like, we're good without you.
See, that would have been me.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
same.
but we've already got everything set up. Everything's laid out. I can't rearrange anything. I'm sorry. But you can come to the after party.
Right. And you can come to the reception if you can agree to be an adult and coexist with these people. You're not ruining my wedding day. And if you can't do that, you can just go bebop on down to Florida.
Yeah, but then she says, her dumb ass goes, I don't want to sit next to them. I'll probably throw my food at them. And what do you think Ethan's going to do to you?
He'd have been doing an awful lot of push-ups.
What do you think? What do you think Tegan's going to do to you? Tegan even walked up to, no, Kaylin actually walked up to go talk to her. And she walks the fuck off. She
Right.
wants to be, and the way she said it, people were just ignoring her, and she felt like she was invisible. Well, then they showed the scenes wherever she's being introduced and everybody is talking to her.
Yeah, I mean, and then her saying, well, Micah and I made an agreement that we weren't going
Wouldn't
to
leave
go
each other's side.
anywhere without each other for the day.
Yep.
Well,
Yep.
I'm hungry. Okay, well, go get food. Or are you
Tegan
going
ain't
to sit
gonna
in the
do
truck
shit.
all day?
Well, probably not Tegan, but now we know why Micah beat the shit, why Isaac beat the shit out of Micah.
Yeah.
You called his girlfriend a slut, even though you thought it was Tegan. You still did it.
Right. And I mean, Micah's like, that's not nice. And like, you've met that girl once.
Once. And then Ethan told her to go fuck herself. Remember they went to the house, Ethan was getting dressed. He said, don't you have anything to say? He wanted her to apologize. She was like, about what? You said my girlfriend has an OnlyFans. She does. He told her to go fuck herself. I was like, oops.
Yeah. I was like, whew. And, if you're looking at it now, it's like, does it really
But he didn't
surprise
like
you
my
that a fight
candle.
broke out?
Uh-huh.
I'm surprised they didn't set up WWE in the backyard.
Nope, and then I'm waiting for this week. So we can see them sitting there and all confronting her. And Ethan was so calm when he was talking. He was like, he attacked him for what you said. I was like, oh, Ethan is calm. But
Yeah,
Micah's
and like
sitting
a
there.
scary calm.
Isaac's sitting next to his mother. I'm sitting there going, you're causing turmoil in that family. Get the fuck out. Because she made it sound like they broke up right after the wedding, but then you see, she said she got up and she checked his location, and he was at the hospital. She's a horrible person. Yeah, I see she has issues. She would be out of my family because you're
Oh,
just
yeah.
going through that family and causing nothing but issues. And everybody's thing was they were gonna how did they say that they were just gonna shower her with love and just trying to get through the day. She wanted, and when Micah said the only thing she needed was water and dirt to make mud, Micah, I feel so bad for him now. He does
I
look like he looks like an abused man. I feel so bad for him.
Yeah. Give me 1 second. My mother's calling.
Yep, the way she talks down to him, the way she acts, I feel so bad. Debbie, what did you do?
Why do you feel bad for him?
The way she's doing this shit on purpose.
He brought that on himself. Because obviously, if you're cheating, that isn't a relationship. That's not fulfilling for you. Oh, wait.
What'd you do?
I don't know.
Well, I didn't do nothing.
There you go.
No, that's Debbie.
Sorry, I pressed the wrong thing when I was trying to unmute myself.
Because I looked up, I'm like, what happened to the screen?
No, but I don't feel bad for him. You reap what you sow and you get what you pay for. He brought in this person without checking to see if she was sane. He obviously didn't like her enough to stay in a committed relationship with her, unless he said he was still dating and she didn't. But
he said he didn't know they were in a committed relationship.
Well, again,
I mean,
these
that could have
children.
happened. I mean, she could have been a lot more committed than he was, and then he was like, "Okay,
But
now that
then
we're living together, maybe we're more serious."
He needs to say that up front, because we all know that he has a very fluid lifestyle. I don't even watch this show and I know he's fluid.
Yep.
I would never get together with somebody like Micah.
Yeah. I think there's a rumor that he and Andy Cohen hooked up.
I wouldn't be
Well,
surprised.
that's a rumor, but when she remember when she said and he sat back and then she said, "Don't should I say it all?" I was like, "Oh shit, no, she's not." Uh, it wasn't just with women he was cheating.
Mm-hmm. Wasn't Micah a bartender on Watch What Happens Live?
Yeah, that's the night that
Yep.
supposedly that
Right.
they hooked up.
Andy usually goes from what I've heard, allegedly, he goes through those bartenders.
Yep.
Oh,
And
that
he
doesn't
likes the
surprise
young
me.
ones. Yep.
Because I mean, how in the world would you find Micah from TLC? I mean, sorry, Andy doesn't look like a welcome to Plathville kind of guy,
Nope.
but
He's
No,
young and
but
pretty. And
you
I think
probably
they
would
get
see
those
him from
boys
his
there on
modeling
purpose.
photos.
I'm
but
t-
wait, at that point, okay, so we're all assuming like only there's only like yacht girls. Micah could be a yacht boy
he probably is.
pretending to be a model. Those are
He
the
probably
gigs that he
is.
was getting.
Remember when he was in California and he was supposed to be going out on dates with all these girls, but yet the roommate, one of the guys, was always looking at him. Like, I remember I said that. I said, I don't know. That guy is I said, something's not right here.
Because like Micah was couch surfing at that time. I mean, he
Yep.
didn't have like a place to stay.
Mm-hmm.
Mm, mm, interesting.
That's
Mm-hmm.
surprising. Hmm.
Mm-hmm. We don't know, but I don't. But I just feel bad for Micah right now.
Yeah, because I think that he truly wants to make it. I don't know if he wants Veronica, but I don't think that that's his person. I think that
No,
I think that he knows that he can push the boundaries with her and she'll forgive him,
but no, she's using that
but
cheating
now
as a
she's
weapon
just
against him.
batshit
And
crazy.
yep, and she's beating him down with it all the time. But when she asked him in that truck, what if they said that I'm not your person? What would you do? He goes, that's hard. She got pissed right then, instantly. She got pissed because Micah didn't say, I'll choose you anyway.
Yeah, I
Mm.
mean when the producer they were in a segment and I guess they were talking about like define the relationship. And Micah never even said like she's my girlfriend, I love her, you know, we're going to see how long this goes and see the direction it goes. Like he was very evasive when he answered. I'm like,
Mm-mm-mm.
well,
They said that
yeah,
because
you
he
know,
wanted this
she's
to
my
work.
girl and
No, he did said in the therapist's office, he says that he wants, he said that, he loves Veronica and he loves his family. And he did say
But
that in the
he
therapy.
loves her or he's in love with her.
yeah,
He
I
said
don't
he
think he's
loves her.
in love with her.
Yeah, he said he loves her.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a big difference. He
Yes,
wants a beard.
Yep. And the fact that when Ethan was telling Veronica that Isaac lost respect for his brother because of her, I was like, damn.
yeah, Isaac seems to be like the most grounded
He
brother.
does. He's grown so. I'm just like, he's 19 and more mature than Ethan is,
So
Yeah.
then
and
why did he rip his brother's nose off?
because of what Veronica said. They got into a fight because
Right.
Veronica called Kaylin a slut, even though she thought it was Tegan. She never apologized, and she said it loud enough for them to hear. And Isaac says either Micah handles it or he will.
Mm.
I mean, don't you? I feel bad for like this is the day that, and I hope Lydia and Zach have a very long, happy, life and what they want. But can you imagine, like, this is supposed to be the happiest day of your life, and your brothers are knockdown, drag out?
I think I think for the most part, they were oblivious to everything that was going on around them until that fight happened. But the
Until
fight
hands were
happened
thrown.
after they left. And then you see Veronica sitting in the house talking, she didn't want to partake in hillbilly events. Bitch, why did you go?
Yeah, Veronica should have just stayed at home. And
No,
Kim
but she
wasn't
doesn't
a
trust
help,
Mike. So what does she think? He's going to take Tegan in the barn and fuck her? That's Ethan's
probably.
girlfriend. He has more respect for his brother than she gives him credit for. And Tegan is not his type either.
Yeah, no. Well, I don't know, and I guess I mean this mainly. I don't know what he sees in Veronica.
Nothing. She's got money.
Well,
You
she
know,
accepted his cheating before.
Yep. Well, her family has money from what I understand.
maybe. And it just,
Mm-mm-mm.
I don't know.
It's
It's just
just,
odd. And then
it's just
Kim not
sad.
doing a damn thing. There was one thing that they brought up, and they were saying, like the night that they went to talk to Lydia, the night before her wedding,
Mhm.
that like Zach basically was refusing to leave the room. And that seemed
Yeah.
like a red flag to me. It's like, and I kind of see where he wants to maybe protect or, hey,
Well, he had left the room and then he came back in
right,
talking about, I should be a part of this conversation. Why can't I be in this? Because you're not their sister.
right. It's like, we just want to have a conversation with our sister. Well, why can't I be here? Be,
Yep. And that's what Isaac noticed is
yeah.
that he always, and I don't know, it's something about that young man that doesn't sit well with me either. I don't like that young man for a reason.
He just like Barry.
Ooh,
Hmm.
She married her daddy.
I hope not.
She's an immigrant she's from Canada.
See, and that's what I'm saying too, Drea. There has to be something more to it. But Veronica was talking about underage drinking and drugs. Really, at the wedding, Veronica? I don't believe that. But if those little girls had a toast, like we have a Christmas toast with our
Right.
my grandfather would give all of the grandkids a shot of whiskey on New Year's Eve in our eggnog. And I couldn't
I
wait for New
mean,
Year's Eve. And I'm
that's
going around and I'm sneaking more whiskey. Yes, I did. God damn it! I faked so many toothaches it wasn't even funny, just so I can get some whiskey on a cotton ball. I was always having tooth problems. I'm telling you, my teeth were always killing me. My grandmother was like, "You got another tooth?" I said, "Mm-hmm." Papa would come in there with that whiskey on that cotton ball. I started at a young age. I was
that's
like, "Thank
funny.
you, Papa."
It's hysterical. My dad was in the wholesale liquor business, and I am not a drinker. I could
Yeah,
have got
I
drunk as a monkey at any given time, and I never, like, no. And my brother's a beer drinker.
And I'm saying all of us drink. My mama have a couple of sips of wine and she be giddy. I'm like, yeah, we don't need you drinking. But my grandfather, girl, and then, but you know how you would go to parties and stuff, right?
Yeah.
I remember they would put their cups down and stuff, and me and my uncle be running around sipping out everybody's cup. I remember one year we were at my brother's house, and I was like, "What is Chris drinking?" And Brian was like, I gave him a Coke. I said, Kristen went around and picked up somebody's cup. Girl sipping on wine. I was like, what the heck? Chris was giggling so hard. I said, oh my God. I said, give me water. Give me water. I said, Christopher, we don't do this. And he was like, I was like, oh, God. So whenever we had a party, we had to make sure everything was up. No, we're not doing this. But I'm telling you, when I was little, I had a toothache all the damn time. I remember mom was like, "Ooh, we got to take you to the dentist." I'm like, "Mm-mm." No, my tooth wasn't hurt that
Just give me
bad.
that cotton ball. I'll be good.
Yep. My papa would get that cotton ball, soak that in that, and then he would put it. I said, "Oh Lord, thank you." I damn sure did. And my mom be looking. Is there an abscess there? And Papa said, "Leave that girl alone." He knew what I
That's
was.
funny.
My
I didn't
grandfather.
know you could put liquor on a toothache. Like, genuinely, if you really had a toothache, I didn't know
Yeah,
you could
you
do
put
that.
liquor on it.
I'll
Mhm.
be damned.
Put
Yeah, they
whiskey on it
were.
because it draws out the soreness. And even when I got older and I would have like a little toothache or something like, well, one time I had to go get that tooth done because I got an abscess. But for 2 days, I had a cotton ball there with liquor. And then I put one there like the day before with peroxide to draw that soreness out. And when I went there, and they were like, okay, we're going to give you this pill because you're still sore. They will not pull your tooth if you have an abscess. Do you know that?
I did not. I
They
mean,
will
it
not.
makes sense,
They have to.
but
Yep, they can't. They will not pull it.
I'll be damned.
Yep. And I had a potato chip got stuck back there, and my whole face swelled up. No, not a potato, a Dorito. I don't eat Doritos to this damn day.
I don't blame you.
I mean, it looked like somebody punched me in my face. My whole jaw just swelled up. And I kept putting stuff on it, and it was in the gum. So my gum abscess where that Dorito broke at. And yeah.
Ooh, wow.
And they had to go in there and they had to wait to the app and they had to go and cut my gum and get that damn piece of chip. hmm
Didn't something
Wow.
similar happen to Angela when she was walking around with a mask on her face when she was doing her dental work? She had an abscess, so her dental work had to stop.
Yep.
Oh,
I
I
can
didn't
tell
know. I just thought she was trying to hide the fact that she was getting
you,
dental
no,
work.
she had an
Mm-mm, she had an
Mm.
no, because
abscess.
she was still smoking and you had that
Mm-hmm.
pocket and stuff. And yeah, she was smoking when she was getting ready to have her plastic surgery.
Yeah. And
Oh,
the
but I do know in Barbados, like, well, not now, but when I was a baby, when we were teething,
You put
my mom would
alcohol on it.
put, yeah, you would put white rum on the
Yep.
baby's gums to
Yep.
settle them down.
Yep, now they have that Neosporin for babies and stuff. I remember when my sons were teething, I would rub a little what was it? Was it rum or was it whiskey? Yeah, I would rub it on their gums and they would just calm right down. My grandmother told me,
Mm.
just rub a little liquor on it. I said, liquor? She goes,
Mm-hmm.
just take your finger, put it there and rub it, and damn sure did. That shit works. Her
why?
teeth were out. Yep. So I'm telling you, I'm just like the stuff they used to do when you were kids. You do that shit now, you go to jail.
Yeah.
You were lying.
I remember when I guess I was like 20 something. I came home for a visit, and something about CPS came up. I said, "Mama, I'm gonna call CPS on you." I said, "Cause you used to beat our ass." I said, "I'm calling CPS. You owe me." She was like, she picked up the phone. She goes, "Here you go. Call
Well,
them."
could you imagine? My mom would have like double dog dared me to call
Yep.
CPS.
I'm telling you, I was.
I'd be like, you have to remove me from my home because I called you people and she's
Yep.
going to beat me
My
to
mother
death.
gonna kill me when you get here. So could you please take me? But I did tell her because I remember we were little, and they would get switches, girl, and they make you go pick your switch off the tree.
Yeah, my mom would use, she called it a pancake turner, and that damn thing was metal. So, like a metal
Oh
spatula.
shit, no! I think I'd rather
Ooh-wee.
get that than the switch. And if you get a switch that's too big, too thick, then she gonna go out there and find one that's thin, and that shit's gonna hurt. And if we did something really bad, my mother would wait till we got in the tub and she would bust through that door. I was like, oh, she got my brother one night. I was like, oh, shit. Because she told him,
Sometimes you look
don't
back
take
and you're
that
like, how did
pellet
we
gun.
survive?
Yeah, she had told him, do not take that pellet gun out the house unless she was home. He was slick. He went out there shooting his pellet gun, and my little sister told him. And mama said, you just wait. And all day went by. Boy, when he got in that tub,
I mean,
she went in there. Oh, all I heard was, I said,
yeah,
oh,
naked and trapped, man, that would be a hell of a series.
oh my God, wait a minute. Michelle said her daughter called 911 on her because she was mad. I never forget Nathan told me he was running away. I was like, baby, you ain't got to run. You can walk. I helped him pack his little and put him right outside. My neighbors, we were in the condos in Virginia. My neighbors were, Heidi, Nate's just sitting outside. I went outside. I said, get off my patio. I said, you said you want.
Oh my
They
god.
called. They were like, Heidi, can we bring Nathan over here? I said, Nathan who? He told me he was running away. You ain't got to run. Shit. Here you go. Let me help you. He was mad. He was mad because he wanted a bike for Christmas. But the funny part was his bike was right over at the neighbor's house. And he didn't realize that was his bike when he went over there. I said, Nathan, I got you a bike last year. I said, it's not my fault you destroyed that bike. And he got mad. I'm running away. Okay, bye.
Deuces, see ya.
Bye. You don't have to run, baby. Let mama help you out. I'm telling you, when we were kids, I told mama, I said, I'm surprised. I don't have any marks on my legs. She goes, you ought to stop. I said, Mama, them switches, and I'm serious. I said, and then my sister says, oh, don't you remember she would rub cocoa butter on the. I said, you know what? She knew what she was doing. She knew she was a big idea. But my father never spake. It was my mother that issued out every bit of discipline.
Yeah.
Every bit. Every bit. My mother, my grandmother, my grandfather never. I'm telling you that them women in my family are horrible.
Yeah, that's
Love
what I
them
was
to
saying
death.
earlier that, moms tend to be the disciplinarians and, the dads are the, hey, let's go to the movies.
Yep, but I'm telling you, I think the best thing was when my mother went back to college, and I remember I'm gonna tell you one time I wanted to make gumbo, right? I used to watch my grandmother do gumbo all the time, but I couldn't get my roux brown. So I didn't know how they did it. Girl, mama had a bottle of whiskey that they would make eggnog with. I poured that whiskey in that pot. Mama came home and she was like, "Oh, you cooked." I said, "Yeah." She goes, "What you put in here?" I said, she called my grandmother, my aunt, everybody came over. Girl, they would taste it. I had made liquor gumbo. So my grandmother taught me how to make a roux. I didn't understand how mine was still white and theirs was brown. I poured the liquor in there. Shit. I know.
Hey, if it worked.
It worked, but I'm telling you, and then it got to the point where I was cooking all the time, and then Mama would cook on the weekends. And I remember one day my brother told my mom he was like, "Can he make the red beans, please?" Mama got so mad because my red beans were better than hers. Until this day, they still are, and so is my gumbo, even though I don't put liquor in it. My brother used to ask her, and he said, "Mama, what you cooking?" I'm gonna do red. He actually he said, "Can he make the red beans?" She would get
Mama, we
mad.
love you, but we want Heidi's food more.
Yeah, but every Sunday, my mother would do a 7-course meal for us. 7 courses. She had the
Wow.
table set, everything. That's how we learned how to use what knife, what spoon. She would do this every Sunday. That's when she would put the little lettuce there with the pineapple and the cottage cheese. And girl, I was just like, she taught us to use every utensil and how it was supposed to be used. So when we would go out to dinner, we know what we're doing. And so I used to try that with my sons, and I'm like, forget this shit. They're gonna do whatever the hell they want to do. But every Sunday we had a 7-course meal.
That's
Every
awesome. I mean,
Sunday.
people don't
And
do
she
Sunday meals and
no,
stuff like they
and
used
she
to.
made us eat breakfast every morning. That's why I don't eat breakfast now. I can't stand eggs. I can't stand the smell of them. She would cook us breakfast. It was cold. She had cream of wheat or oatmeal. I never left my house without breakfast. My mother would make us breakfast every morning.
Yeah,
Every morning.
we would get to select our cereal.
We didn't start getting cereal until we were like teenagers, maybe, because she would cook all the time.
Oh, my dad would get so mad. Like we'd have like 20 boxes of cereal or whatever, and my brother would be like, "We don't have any cereal. 15 fucking boxes in there."
But it wasn't the one he wanted. I'm serious.
Exactly.
We didn't start eating cereal, I'm thinking, until we moved to like Texas, because we would eat oatmeal, cream of wheat. She would do grits and eggs and sausage. We didn't have, but when we moved to Texas and she started working, she bought cereal and stuff. But on the weekends, we had breakfast. And if you sleeping, it don't matter. Get your ass up, come eat. I'm like, I'm not hungry. I don't eat breakfast to this day. Mm-mm. That was just too much. And then, we were growing up, we had breakfast, lunch, we had dinner, and then supper. Supper was like 8 o'clock at night. Dinner was like 4:35. Who the hell is hungry? Well, we outside playing, but my grandmother would cook 4 or 5 times a day.
Wow.
So high avoiding eye contact. I'm telling you, but you look at the stuff these days and kids, like when I hear about these kids missing, uh, you know, 11 to, where the hell are you at when your kids are outside? We be outside at 11 o'clock at night, but our mother and them are sitting on the porch and we're right there in front of them. Kids are out there playing 8, 9 o'clock at night. No parent in sight. Girl, my mother, if she tell you, don't let them street lights be, look, street lights come on you, we in trouble. Look, we better be home. And we were all together. That shit these days, no. You can't trust nobody. But high avoiding eye contact, how are you? So, Wicked, what else do you watch? And I know Debbie has a hard stop too. Wicked, what else? So I've been watching The Other Way. Have you guys watched The Other Way yet?
Yes, I have.
Debbie, have you watched The Other Way?
That's on Sunday night.
Well, I don't know, but I just watch it.
Sunday or Monday.
Yeah, I watch it during the week.
Wait, that's the one with Jenny. Yes, I ignored Jenny. I watched the other characters.
Okay.
Not Jenny.
Jenny and Submit to me, but I can't wait because the mama is sick of Jenny and the other daughter-in-law too.
Like, why does Submit never have a job?
Because
every season he is on,
because
he has a new
Jenny
job
to have
and they're in
more
some
money.
type of financial crisis. I'm like, why can't this dude keep a job?
I don't know, but he expected Jenny to have the money. You remember he expected her to have the money.
Right.
And Jenny is, and that picture they have of her on that thing, I'm like, boy, that shit is airbrushed to fuck. But he looks older than, is she and his mother the same age?
Yeah.
She looks
She's
way
older.
older than his mother.
She's older than the mom.
I think they're like only a couple years are separating the mom and
Yep.
Jenny, which is why mom had such a hard time with it.
Yep. Then we have
What?
what's her name?
Who?
Madeline and the other one.
Madeline and the idiot.
I saw that. The pirate is friends with Tanya. I saw that.
But I took that as that they were friends. Not good friends, but friends.
Like booty
That
friends?
would not surprise me with Tanya.
Like booty friends?
Yeah. Because didn't she have a store, not a, what do they call it? The 90-day stories or something like that?
Yes.
Where she was traveling and she went down there to live for like 3 months or something. Like, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. She was doing what everybody does on vacation in Aruba.
Well, we're going to see, but I know that looks good. And then I watched, oh my God, before we get out of here, what do you guys think about this last one with Jasmine and Gino? We already knew she was pregnant, but yeah, Luke. What do you think?
I think Gino they have a genuine love for each other, but they are just so toxic
Look at
together
Debbie laughing.
that and I think that they both want to control the other one. It's just an odd dynamic. I mean, Jasmine was the one who suggested the open relationship, and then he gets mad because 30 seconds after meeting someone, he's bringing someone home to meet the family and expects that it go well.
But here's the thing. Jasmine told Gino that she didn't think she could have kids and she wasn't ready for kids. But you're supposed to be having safe sex, but of course you living in this house for the last 4.5, 5 months, and you just it wasn't planned, it was an accident. What do you think happened when you have sex with no fucking condom?
I'm
Well,
actually
who
kind of
says that
pissed.
she?
She's in her 40s.
But who says she wasn't having sex with a condom and he pierced it so that he
Oh,
could
Debbie.
get her?
Oh, Debbie. Just
I
like
think
she
that she
claims to
just
be
thought she
black
was too.
and
I thought
everybody
she was
attacks
past
her
that
ass.
train.
Yeah, she claims to be black, and Lexi jumped on her for that shit too. Jasmine has no black in her anywhere.
We
She's just
don't know that.
she does not. Jasmine even admitted it.
But Panama is
She
a
said she
multiracial
said Panamanians.
society.
That's what she said. She said Panamanians are known to be also from African descent.
Yeah.
She just said she's not black. She's just using it.
Okay.
Lexi jumped on her ass with that shit.
Oh my God. We take her too
Yeah.
seriously.
Did you see today? I noticed on Instagram that Jasmine and Matt bought a home together.
You mean she bought a home?
I don't know. They are moving in. They found a home and they are moving into a home together.
Well, they were already living together in the apartment.
Right, but they're putting whomever bought a house together is the way the story on Instagram. It's
Oh.
got a pool and whole 9 yards.
Yeah, okay. And oh, wait a minute. What about Amani and Matt? Amani and Matt. Do you guys see the shit that's going on with them?
Which one is that?
It's the
The
throuple.
trouble.
I'm thinking.
Remember, and they had Annie from Mexico, the stripper. They're not on this season. They were like last season on
Last
something
season.
else.
Okay, I don't know if I watched last season.
Yeah, wait, you didn't miss nothing much. They liars.
I'm only
Well,
watching it because I do like Jenny and Submit, but
well,
I think
you
they
need
jumped
to
the shark
watch
with this
last
one.
season of. Is it the other way?
No, it
before
wasn't the
90
other
days.
way.
Before
Yeah,
the 90
because
days.
they wanted to bring her into San Diego.
Yep. Well, Ani's video on Matt, girl, Ani is a piece of shit. Hold on a second.
Yeah, I
Let me
haven't
go.
watched before the 90 days in a hot minute.
Let me get Amani for you. She is crying, accusing Matt. Girl, I was done with her. But she is seeing someone else, okay? And not Ani, okay? She's in another relationship with someone else. But Ani was
You mean
around their
someone who wants
kids.
her?
Yep. Ani was around their kids. But she did this video the other day. As a matter of fact, hold on. Let me share this with you guys. I put it on my shorts, I think. Hold on. Maybe I did.
I've always liked to be strong in front of everybody. One of the other things I'm working on is to accept vulnerability and embrace it as part of even being stronger. Yesterday you saw the strong, I'm unbreakable me.
Girl, you
Today,
always gonna cry.
You're seeing the raw and actually weak me. And I don't fucking like it. But it's part of growing the fuck up, and I'm gonna do it.
She's
And
full
she
of
has no
shit.
tears.
She's full of shit.
When is she
Finally
gonna
to
say
say-
her net worth?
I've always liked to be strong in front of everybody.
Hold on.
One of the other things I'm working on
because Matt came back
is to accept vulnerability and embrace it as part of even being stronger. Yesterday you saw the strong,
She's
I'm
full of
unbreakable
shit.
me.
She accused
Today-
Matt of cheating.
You're seeing the raw.
Yeah, she accused Matt of cheating, right? It's not Matt that's cheating. She's with somebody else. It's not Matt, it's her. And Matt came out and he responded to it. And I don't know where the hell I put it at. He told her it's time for her to stop lying, take accountability. He said he went to Ani that one time because she made him go. I said, no woman's going to force you to go. She saw a message in Matt's DMs about this woman sent Matt some naked pictures and shit, and she went berserk. Yep, she went berserk. I heard Aaliyah is a porn star. Because Aaliyah and Sean are not together.
She's only started an OnlyFans. What is she doing? Because it could be different things.
Okay, you saw Matt's video on Ani. Yeah, you got to see. He responded to Ani's first video.
Ugh.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, she's full of shit. And he says she's doing things to try to get back on the show. He said he knows that she controls him financially. He said, and that's his fault. He said he does contribute, but what he makes is not enough, and she considers it nothing. Oh yeah, he responded to her video, baby. He responded to it. But anyway, Wicked girl, this week for our Plathville, I haven't coughed nothing but twice. It's gonna be good because they're gonna confront Veronica, and I hope they don't wait to the end of the damn show to keep us to next week. I
You
want
know
them
they are.
working her ass hard because she has caused all of this turmoil. And then when you hear Olivia say she was feeling sorry for her until Olivia says she realized that she had mental issues.
You know, I was honestly wondering about that. I was wondering if Olivia knew that. I feel like Veronica was talking out of both sides of her mouth, saying,
She
"Oh, God,
was.
class of horrible people," but we're going to encourage bad behavior. So I wonder what Olivia thought, what she thinks now.
She did an interview and I read it. She says that that Veronica has mental issues. And she didn't realize it. She said she was feeling sorry for her when people were talking about her. And then when she reached out to her, she started telling her about everything that, the same thing that she saw what was going on the screen with Olivia. Because you remember how Ethan kept saying his mom was pissing this and she was shit. And now he's up there kissing his mother's ass and trying to blame everything on Olivia.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, did you find it odd that Kim made, like, out of all of her children, she made Ethan that, like, t-shirt blanket and then was like, you think that she would have made something for the son that passed away?
Yep.
And then for her to say, well, Olivia probably would have burned it. No, Olivia wouldn't have burned it because that would have taken effort and she doesn't care about you.
Yep.
She wouldn't have torched it.
But Ethan is acting like this is all Olivia's fault. She's the one that divided the family. No, you're the one that didn't want to be around your mother, but you wanted to see your siblings.
Right.
Your wife stood by you.
Right. And there was a time when Olivia didn't okay, no, I'm done.
Uh-huh.
But Ethan made that choice to stand by his wife. Okay, I'm not going to interact with my mom because it's toxic. But I don't know. I don't like Ethan. I used to think he was just kind of goofy and, sheltered. And now I'm just like, no, he's a dick.
Oh, she did a podcast. I'm going to have to go find it. But yeah, she thinks that Veronica has mental issues. And it's something about her parents that came up, and I need to go find it because I don't want to speak out of one side of my mouth. But it's something about her parents and how she felt abandoned because they sent her to boarding school. Whatever it was, she's got issues with people leaving her.
Veronica?
Or as she perceives, yes, that people leave her. Yes.
Well, maybe if she weren't so horrible, people wouldn't.
Yeah, but we will see. But I know Debbie has a hard stop, so I'm going to go. Debbie, is there anything else you have to say, ma'am?
No.
Debbie, it was a pleasure.
Wicked, anything else you want to say, dear?
No,
but
ma'am.
I'm probably going to go live Thursday for
Okay.
Plathville.
Okay.
Plathville Thursday. I'm gonna go live on Thursday with Plathville. I would say Wednesday, but a few of my friends actually do lives. Well, they're in another community on Wednesday, so I'll do Thursday.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Yeah, my voice is starting to go.
Yeah.
But
Hopefully I'll remember and be able to catch you.
yep. Well, I'll send you the link in your IG. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm gonna
All
do it in the
right.
evening around the same time.
Okay, that'll work.
Well, it'll be later because I did it 2:30, so it'll probably be like 3:30, 4 o'clock on Wednesday.
Okay.
I mean Thursday. Shit, Thursday. Okay.
All
All
right.
right,
Well, thanks for
guys.
having me up. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Anytime. Debbie, love you, sweetie. I'm gonna go take a bath and get my butt in my bed.
It's good to hear you feeling better, though.
I am. I'm feeling better. Thank you, Wicked. Thank you, Debbie. Good night, everybody.
Good night.